peace. I come in the righteous name of Emir, and today I just wanted to build a little bit upon some stuff that I find helpful within my own life that also relates to today's mathematics. And if you, I know today's being the 15th, that would equate to knowledge power. Number one, knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. Knowledge is gnosis, as the sun is the foundation of the solar system. That the Asiatic black man is the foundation of his family. Knowledge is to look, listen, and observe. Knowledge is the first step towards righteousness, right? And then number five, power or refinement. Power is a manifested truth that's placing yourself into a state of awareness, that's righteousness, that's cleaning yourself of all devastating negativity. Refinement is a clothing in the world. Once a person is refined and he is divine and has the power to destroy devilishment, right? That being said, that's today's mathematics. Before even getting into that, I just wanted to build on, as the title of this video being self-reflection, right? And the importance of it, because you always have to be in a state of self-reflection. The reason that's important is because, well, if you look at today's mathematics, right? Not going even before that. If you're always having that, if you have the ability to self-reflect, right, and dig deep, sift through yourself, and really study your words, action, deeds, but also your ways, right? That's why we teach. We learn from teaching. We go amongst people. We may teach. They may take it the wrong way. We may say something. They don't take that shit right. They try to come and fight you. But you're going to learn how to approach that situation differently by going building amongst the people. You yourself are learning, right? But going back to that state of self-reflection, God, that state of self-reflection leaves you in a constant state of refinement, right? You always have to be in a constant state of refinement, because if I'm studying myself, reflecting it, where I may go out do this, I may even think this, I may study some type of way. If I'm studying myself, turning it back on and looking, I can always be in a constant state of refinement, because look, I could do something, look through it, oh wait, I could improve upon this, maybe I should do this instead. So that's going to constantly keep you in a state of what? Refinement. Today's mathematics is power, refinement. Well, not today's mathematics, it's knowledge, power, but dealing with power, you got power, refinement. But going back to knowledge, power, a common saying is that knowledge is power. That's not exactly true, as I may have even said in one of these videos, right? But knowledge can lead you to power. But then also looking at knowledge, power, this one God he built today upon today's math. His name is Lord Supreme. I'll link his YouTube channel in the description, because the guy actually built upon this on his Snapchat story. And I'll also put his Snapchat, since that's where I got it from. But he broke down, you got to know your power, right? Because that's a lot of people's biggest downfall. They're not doing that. But when you're doing the knowledge to power, right, you got to do what? Acknowledge your power, right? Because just as I said, you got to be in that constant state of refinement, right? Or doing that self-reflection, which will always leave you into a constant state of refinement. Meaning you're digging through yourself. You're always studying what you do, so you can always be doing better. But also, when you comb through yourself, sift through whatever makes up the substance of your life, you're also going to find some stuff, oh, wait, I see this power within me. Because if that power is not recognized, acknowledged, knowledge being the foundation of all things in existence, right, dealing with the mind, that's look, listen, and observe. So from the mind borns everything else, God. So this also shows the duality, right, of self-reflection or being in a constant state of refinement, right? Because there's a duality to everything. And knowledge, power, born equality. In other words, knowledge, number one, plus number five, that's equality, right? Showing that duality. So just as I got to be in that constant state of refinement in order for me to acknowledge my power or even recognize that, I also have to realize that can come forth from studying my own self. Maybe I can see, you can find them gems. Like I said, you got to sift through the contents of what makes you up, right? Because you may find some jewels. You also may find some rubbish, or some trash, or anything that's impure. You must take that out. But also, while digging through that sand that represents your life, you may find some jewels, God. You may find some talents and abilities, or things that are not being put to use, right? Because stagnation in any situation is death, right? Or equates to death. If you sitting here, you have some power, but you're not doing nods to it. I mean, you're not even acknowledging it or recognizing it, right? It's not gonna be used, and you can't use it to help you. But build upon the duality or the equality of self-reflection, right? Knowledge is to look, listen, and observe. That's the foundation. The black man is the foundation of all things, existence. So I'm looking at the foundation, right? In order to extract power from that, I must always be in a constant state of what? Refinement. Refinement comes after power. That's the clothing you wear. Clothing is what? To clothe you from unawareness. So I have to surround myself with that high level of awareness as righteousness. And being self-aware is the same thing as being what? Self-reflective, right? You always must reflect within yourself for both reasons. But the upfront and the foremost reason for that is to always be in a state of what? Refinement. I know I've repeated myself a couple of times, but I'm trying to stress to y'all why within my life and also within whoever else who practices is such an important thing, right? Because when you God, who the hell the fuck you is, I don't care if you call yourself whatever, right? Or what you ask, the actuality of whoever the fuck you is. You always have to be self-accountable, right? You got to be you have to be your biggest critic. Not saying you have to shoot yourself down or doubt yourself, but you have to look, right? You the God of your own body. I don't care who you is. You in control of your own body. Your mind is a God of your body. So from your mind, you must do that knowledge, acknowledge, look, listen, and observe. Well, I just told someone something about our culture. I don't care if it's not even about our culture. How did I tell them, right? What was their reaction? Was it bad? Can I approach it differently? Or was it something that I didn't even realize I could have said? Oh, you see that shit in the past tense, right? Now it's power. Dealing with power, that's the manifested truth, God. So doing, like I said, self-reflection puts you into a state of awareness that is righteousness. So you always must have that self-awareness, right? Awareness of your surroundings, your cipher, but also within own self, which is the foundation if you were a black man or any original man. But that's just a little something slight about today's mathematics. But mainly my mainstay is being self-aware, self-reflective, and the duality of self-reflection, God. But yeah, peace to all the gods and herbs. I'm gonna put this thing in the I'm gonna put Lord Supreme because the guy I seen his story, how he was building upon how you gotta acknowledge your power, right? If you don't acknowledge your power, you can't even use that. You're gonna be wasting all that shit that's within you. But in order to acknowledge your power, you gotta always be sifting through the sand. Your sand is your life, right? Big bowl of sand. You may find some jewels. You may find some sticks and garbage. Throw the sticks and garbage away and keep the jewels, right? But always be sifting because eventually, as you go on, that's just gonna be more refined, better product, a more cut, clean, and clear and pure version. But yeah, peace to all the gods on the earth. Keep your vibrations up. Drink plenty of water. Uh, Watch out for GMO wheat. Watch out for even the meat you eat because we ain't supposed to eat no pork, no swine. But the stuff they having now, they grafting it. They motherfucking sticking it with vaccines and cancers. The chicken you be eating, I'm a semi-vegetarian. I try to stay away from. I'm not gonna say I'm a vegan. But I'm not a big meat eater, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck every once in a while. On a special occasion, I eat meat, right? Kind of like what they're building with an English lesson number C, 1 through 36, right? I haven't got to that lesson yet, but I have read through it before, right? But just like the original people, I'm a semi-vegetarian. Only on special occasion do I eat meat. But you gotta recognize, just as in how to eat to live, how the most honorable Elijah Muhammad told us these foods, you gotta realize some of these foods ain't even the same. The wheat, the whole wheat bread, it's GMO, right? The brown rice, that shit ain't pure no more, right? A lot of the shit is not good no more. Even the fish, they taking eels, which is a fish we shouldn't eat, and grafting it into salmon. So even the fact that we got so far is through our dietary law of how to eat to live. Now we got to take it even more. Why do you think the most honorable Elijah Muhammad left? He could not leave unless he completed his job, or else he would have not been what? Successful. He could have not fulfilled his job. But that's impossible. He gave us all the knowledge, right, to bring that shit into power. Knowledge isn't initially power, but as you go on from knowledge, you're going to get to that. He gave us everything we needed. But what some people fail to realize is they're looking for some spook or mystery God still, right? They've solved the question. Now, as they say, the black man is God. Well, Allah came in person, the most honorable Master W.D. Farad Muhammad, but they're surrounding that in mysticism, right? But they're still truly looking out and up into the sky for some random, spook to come and save them, But they don't realize that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad unequivocally taught that a black man was God, right? So you must go out and do for self. What go into any one of his books. I can guarantee you there's at least one chapter that says go and do for self. Read his articles, right? So we all us must go and do for self. But we always must keep a close eye on them ingredient labels. Search up. Oh, where does so and so brand get their whole wheat from? Is that GMO? Right? Is it some Monsanto shit? What is this? What is that? Right? But eat your navy beans, your bean soup. Eat the most purest of foods. Always do your own research. Don't take shit on face value, even if I tell you it. I want you to see that shit. This culture is living out doing for self, meaning every single thing, because today's mathematics born equality, meaning 1 plus 5 equals 6, and 6 equals equality. 1 equals knowledge, and 5 equals power, right? But this go in the comments if you need me, if you want to speak with me or whatever. I'll do the absolute best I can. I still don't have an enlightener, but I must go on a search and go do for myself. But the fact that I don't have an enlightener right now don't mean I can sit here in a stagnant position and not do something. I still have to study my 120. I still have to read positive material. I still have to build, right? And always keep it moving no matter what. I can't use me not having an enlightener as an excuse not to study. Nah, I gotta study and then do the best that I can, right, with the limited resources I have. But eventually I am going to have to find myself an enlightener, which I will do, right? And I'm not going to say I want to. It's just the actuality, right? I'm going to have to do it. But right, hopefully y'all can take some away from this video, and or willfully y'all can take some away from this video. But peace to all the gods and the herbs. Keep your vibrations up, frequencies, and your positive energy. Meditate, get y'all some sun, right? I've been going out in the sun, as much as I can, as much as y'all can, right? Eat some good food, mentally and physically, because today's mathematics born equality. Peace to all the gods and the herbs. Word is born.